The US State Department said Wednesday that US officials in Niger were negotiating the withdrawal of US forces from the country. 2 weeks earlier, Russian troops arrived in Niger's capital, Niamey, to offer security support in the country's 9-year-old conflict with militants linked to Islamic State group and Al-Qaeda. Niger is the latest Sahel country fighting an insurgency to eject Western forces and replace them with Russian troops after neighbouring Burkina Faso and Mali. One analyst told VOA the move was unlikely to improve security, however.
Le fait de dire que nous chassons la France.
Mali chasing away France only to replace it with Russia is not a sign of sovereignty. On the contrary, we have delegated our sovereignty even further. I don't believe that Russia can provide significant assistance.
Au regard de son track record en Centrafrique et ailleurs, puisse apporter une aide conséquente.
Data from the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project shows that deadly violence continued to rise after Russian troops arrived in Mali in December of 2021. Deaths from conflict more than doubled.
Hello, my beautiful African people. Welcome back to Hail and Ride Africa YouTube channel. As you can see in this video clip we have just watched, you see that the American troops are leaving Niger and the Russian troops are trooping in Niger to help the Nigerian people fight against terrorism and insurrection in that country. And you can see one of our brothers over there. They interviewed him and he was talking about he was trying to muddle the water for the Russians by saying that even Russians coming to help Nigerians are not going to do much, because the Americans, they have been there for more than 10 years. Maybe I think they didn't do much, and this guy want to compare the American presence with the Russian presence in Niger. The problem with this kind of conclusion is that you have not given the Russians a chance. At least if they stay there for 2 years, you can now see what is the outcome and compare them with the Americans when they stay there. So, but sometimes they pay this our brothers, or they bribe them to say things like this, because you cannot just judge somebody without even giving the person a chance. You have to give the Russians a chance. But even though he made some good points by saying that Africa moving in a circle, circling back to the people with pale skin, might not help much, because most of the time you see that these people don't have anything in common with us. Because, which is true, they don't have much in common with us. Even they have much in common with the West. And if they're going to choose, even the Russians, I believe, if they're going to choose between the Niger people and the West, they will still choose the West, even though they don't see eye to eye at this point. But at a point, they will reconcile and start doing stuff together. But the point I'm trying to make is that, we want to look at it as a bigger picture. What is the Russians' presence, military presence in Niger is going to help. I'm going to look at the U.S., military presence there since 10 years. And we're going to compare the result, because both of these military giants countries, we have seen the history of where they have stayed before. The Russians have occupied or been to Afghanistan for a long time. And we know what's happened in the history, that they ran out of Afghanistan at some point, but they stayed there for a long time. And we have seen the same thing. America went to Afghanistan and stayed for 20 years. By the end of the day, they ran away as well, just like Russians. So there might be some point on what the brother was saying, in that video. But sometimes I don't trust this Western media because they try to put propaganda out there for people to be confused. And when we look at another country where both of these military powers have been, like Syria, the Russians helped the Syrian president, fight, kind of civil war in that country. And America helped, supported the opposition. But by the end of the day, Syria is not have never been the same before these two countries entered the same place, in the same country. So, bringing Russian troops there, I think time will, let us judge the Russian troops in Niger. But, the long-term strategy, in my own opinion, should not be bringing outside forces in Africa. The long-term strategy should be, even if these people are going to stay in Africa for a while, give them time limits like 5 years, and they train your people. They train the people of Niger to defend themselves. You can't keep on, hoping that others will always come and defend you, because it doesn't come without cost. The Russians are not coming there because they love the Nigerian people. They are coming there because there is motivation for them to come. And that motivations come, they have to give them money, pay them for that. They just cannot come there without getting paid. And any money we are spending in Africa that is not going to be used in Africa is a waste of money, in my own opinion, because the amount they're gonna charge, these people are gonna charge you to give you that protection. It can take you maybe 200 years to recover this amount. If you see the difference, like if you use your local troops, like people of Niger, you train them to and give them all the stuff they needed to succeed in securing the country. It's going to be cheaper than bringing foreign bodies. And I'm not thinking, I don't know. I don't know if the Russians are going to do better than the U.S. over there. Because according to history, because we look at history, we see that these people, two of them have failed in some aspect, of this kind of security. Because if you use like Afghanistan to judge both of them, both of them have failed, and you can look it up. I'm not making this stuff up. So I think America living the Niger, they give them ultimatum to leave. Even France have left as well. These people, I don't know what they see in Niger. There must be something there. They don't want us to know. There must be a kind of a powerful natural resources over there in Niger that these people doesn't want us to know. Because they can be going over there, for nothing. There must be something they are going there to get. And we don't know, because these people will not let you know what is at stake there. It's only the military personnel in charge that I hope they know. Because, French troops have left there, America is leaving as well, and the Russians are coming. There must be something in that Niger. We don't know what it is that these people cannot live there. And we hope that the Russians will come there not to stay long, but train the people of Niger to defend themselves. Because any country, any troop that stays there, it becomes an occupation, not security anymore. Because what I say is occupation is that you cannot go to Russia and do the same thing and set a base there. The same thing in America, you cannot go to America and set a base over there. If you do that, they will fight you because it's going to be occupation. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video and comment as well. Let us hear your opinions. I'm here, Bratan, as the Russians calls me, the Muddle. See you in our next video. Peace.